Year 1 and welcome to your first art lesson. We are going to be artists in our new unit, which is really exciting. Our focus is going to be drawing, and today we're going to be looking at how to draw different types of lines using different media. Now when I say different media, that means different art resources. So we're going to be using pens, pencils, crayons, coloured pencils, and things like that. Here you can see examples of the different types of lines we're going to be looking at. Perhaps you've seen some of them before. Perhaps some of them are new to you. We're going to be having a go at drawing some of these lines using our different art resources. There's an example of this sheet on your distance learning sheet, so you can use the poster to help you when you get started. So to do your drawing today, you're going to need these things. You should have them in your learning pack. You will need a felt tip pen, a coloured pencil, your normal writing pencil, and your crayon. You will also need a piece of plain paper. Now I'm using scrap paper and I've got the back of an old worksheet. If you have plain paper at home, you could just use a piece of plain paper. Pause the video so you can go and get those things. Okay, now you've got your things ready, we're going to have a go at drawing different types of lines using our different media. I'm going to start with my normal writing pencil and I'm going to do a zigzag line. Up, down. Fantastic. That's quite a thin zigzag line. You might want to try and make a thicker one where you might need to go over some of your lines to make them a bit thicker. There we go. Now I'm going to swap my pencil for a different art resource. I'm going to use my crayon and I'm going to draw a different type of line. So I think this time I'm going to draw a wiggly line. Oh, there we go. You might want to try and do your lines in different directions. I might do a straight line, but this time come down this way. Now I'm going to swap for a different art resource. Let's try my felt tip pen. Now I'm going to do a slotted line, a dashed line here, or I could do a dotted line. I might want to, like I said, vary direction. Maybe I'm going to do a diagonal and go across and do my dotted line that way. I've noticed that with my felt tip pen, it doesn't matter how hard I press, the same colour still comes out. I wonder if that will be the same with my other resources. Then I'm going to swap and I'm going to use my coloured pencil. Can you do the same? Let's try a different line, maybe one like this. I might want to do that the other way and try doing that shape or that line coming down. I'm going to press a bit harder this time to get my darker orange, and I'm going to go over it a few times to make it a slightly thicker line. So you can vary it, you can do some thin lines and some thick lines. Okay, can you have a go at doing that with your art resources? What we're going to do now is I'm going to take you outside and show you some of the natural ways you could do line as well. I've come outside now and I'm going to have a go at doing lines on this wall with just some water. So you could have a go at doing this outside as well. Let's try, I've done a wiggly line that you can see already. Let's try a pointy, more zigzag line. If you don't have a paintbrush at home, you could just use your finger to do this. Maybe I'll try a dotted line or a dashed line. The best thing about this is that when the sun comes out and it gets a bit warmer, your lines will disappear, so you can keep going. You can also use mud as a natural resource to make lines with. So I'm going to use a stick instead of my paintbrush now so I don't spoil it, but you can use your stick to make lines in the mud. I've started with a wiggly line, you might want to do a dashed line, you could do a dotted line. Make sure if you're using mud paint, you're doing it outside and you've asked your adults so that you don't get too grubby. You can also have a go at making different lines using steam. So I've just blown on this window with my hot breath, and now I can use it to practice my lines. I might go over the top of that one and try a line like this. Have a go. So don't worry if you don't have lots of different colours of felt tips or different colouring pencils at home, because you can use natural resources to make lines too. You might want to do mud, water, or steam like I have done, or you could do things such as use the leftover sauce on your plate or leftover gravy and use your finger to make lines on your plate too. We'd love to see photos of what you get up to. Good luck and have lots of fun.